Win the day, win the moment. And, one of the things I always say is like one beautiful moment at a time. That's what I hope that people come out of it with after painting with me, is that they just created a really beautiful moment that they'll remember for a long time and that they can return to.
Good afternoon and welcome to our virtual assembly. Over the next few months, we, as Colony Central High School students, will take part in a series of experiences designed to explore what it means to be resilient. We are calling these shared experiences the art of resilience. So, what is resilience? Simply put, resilience is the ability to recover from, adapt to, and grow through challenges, change, and adversity.
In the coming weeks, you'll see this theme come to life in different ways. You'll have the opportunity to work with muralist Ray Frazier on a collaborative art project that reflects resilience through creativity and expression. In March, Bring On the Spectrum will visit our school to lead ADAPT training sessions focused on understanding neurodivergent individuals and creating more inclusive, integrated environments. In May, they will return to work with our 9th and 10th graders in large group experiences centered on awareness and connection.
Many of you may also know that iCare has been working closely with the Albany Housing Coalition this year. Earlier in the school year, one of their representatives spoke to us about resilience. This partnership will continue with Wolfpack Fest on Saturday, May 16th, 2026, which will serve as a celebration and culmination of that work.
Today you'll hear from several individuals and organizations who will share how resilience shows up in their lives and work.
Hi everybody, my name is Lisa. I am the co-founder, along with my daughter Carabelle, of Bring On the Spectrum. We are a sensory gym and community space located around the corner on Fuller Road, and we offer social, recreational, and lifestyle activities for neurodivergent individuals of all ages and all abilities.
My name is Jen DeGroff, and I am a coach and facilitator for the ADAPT workshops. And ADAPT is a workshop called Actions to Draw All People Together. It's a workshop for grades 9 and up, where we have education, activities, and fun to understand neurodivergence, and we work with our peers to understand it from an interactive perspective. So we have Carabelle here, as well as Coco, who participate as BOTS attendees for the ADAPT workshop. And we're very excited to collaborate with the high school on this. So take it away, Coco.
So Coco, here at BOTS, sometimes we talk about resiliency, right? Like the extra stuff that we all have to kind of go through. What are some of the things that are challenges for you, and how do you combat that?
Well, I do things that different people, like my chromosome, I'm extra possessed. I have extra deficiency. I think it's kind of awesome. With my Down syndrome, it's different than other people.
So you've got Down syndrome, you've got acid reflux, gluten. How do you stay positive?
I stay positive every day. I say I got this a lot. I say I can do it. Don't give up.
And it's just like learning, right?
Yeah.
You crush it, man. So Carabelle, what can you tell us about your resiliency? What are some of your challenges and how do you overcome it?
I have autism and I'm deaf, hard of hearing. I don't let them take me down.
And what is fail for you? What does the word fail mean?
First attempt in learning.
First attempt in learning. And how do you stay positive?
I say to myself, let's get through this.
Excellent. So Jen has a great story to share about why the ADAPT workshop is meaningful to her as the coordinator.
Yes, so I love the ADAPT workshop because when I was younger, I struggled with academics and I struggled making friends. And I just wish that other people around me had a little bit of grace and understanding to me as well. I struggled extremely hard learning and in my classes, so much so that I would teach myself the lessons at night. And I just thought that that's what everyone did, stayed up late and did their homework. And I had no idea that other people didn't have anything like that. And also be kind to other people. You never know what other people are dealing with. And if you can just be honest and be a good friend, then that goes a very long way. So understanding that not everyone you see is necessarily having the easy way with doing something, even if it looks like they're quiet and they're having a great time, they could be dealing with a lot of stuff. So be that advocate.
Yeah. So the statistics for autism are 1 in 31. Neurodivergency is a very large umbrella beyond autism, Down syndrome, and some known diagnoses. So just realize that there are peers and classmates that are struggling and fall under some of these things. And just as Jen said, it's be kind and be open to connection and conversation.
BOTS highlights how understanding neurodiversity and creating inclusive environments can support resilience. That same idea of care and support extends into the broader community. Next, we're taking a look at the Albany Housing Coalition and the work they do to support veterans and individuals experiencing housing insecurity.
Hi, I'm Sandra Young, Executive Director with Albany Housing Coalition, and this is Sarah Hendry, our Director of Operations. So a moment of resilience in my life, I grew up in poverty, and so we often didn't have heat or adequate food and so forth, and so I really hated if there was a school vacation or something like that, because I knew being in school was a place that I was going to be warm. And so a moment of resilience, I think, is overcoming that as an adult and realizing you either stay in that environment and repeat the same things, or you work really hard to get out of that. And so I worked really hard, and it took me a really long time. I have an unconventional way that I did it. You know, I graduated at 16 and I went to community college, and then for 2 years, I got a 2-year degree, and then I spent 20 years to get my bachelor's degree taking 1 or 2 classes at a time. And so then I found myself, doing human service work, working with other people, and you see resilience every day, especially with veterans. I mean, they come home after their experience in the service, and sometimes they don't have family connections anymore. They have mental health issues sometimes, or substance use issues, and just trying to reacclimate into society and find their way here. But you see resilience every day in our work.
An important message that I would like people who are going through difficult times to understand is that everything is temporary and that there are support services available if you seek them. And I think that you would be surprised to understand that a lot of people around you have gone through similar situations. And if you confide in someone about what you're going through, they will provide you with assistance and support to help you get through it. And then in turn, potentially you will be able to help someone else who is in the situation that you're in.
The Albany Housing Coalition reminds us that resilience is often built through stability, support, and community care. From supporting neurodiversity at BOTS to providing housing and stability through the Albany Housing Coalition, resilience takes many forms, but resilience can also be deeply personal. In our next segment, we will hear from Ray, an artist who explores connections and resilience through her work.
My name is Ray Frazier. I am here to help students install a mural from start to finish and teach them the entire mural process and to turn their small ideas in their head into large-scale art pieces. I also specialize in wearable art pieces, which is how I started my art business. And the reason why I started, creating custom one-of-one pieces is to help people celebrate their individuality through what they wear and to become walking canvases. We think about art galleries and it's kind of stationary. And I just fell in love with the idea of making the art move. I think resilience in itself, for me, has always come kind of natural because it has always been super important to me just to not only be a good human, but to commit to healing as a human. We're all connected, right? I think that a lot of the times, I think society has taught us that we're so different through our race, through our sexual orientation, through just who we are, our upbringing, our demographic, whatever, insert whatever ism you can, right? That we were told that makes us different. And I think that as human beings, we're more alike than not, and we have more in common than not. I think that we don't focus enough on our likeness and connectivity, and I want people to learn about love and connection and community. I honestly think we complicate the human experience a lot. We do. And I think that I try to convey through my art. Art is absolutely the universal language of love, not only through just like drawing and painting, but through music, through photography, through film. Whatever it is that we can create is art. I think that's the connection, is creation. I'm from Schenectady, New York, Hamilton Hill. Being from there, I had to be resilient. Growing up in a community and having overcome so much, and then as a youth, and then becoming an adult and being able to be in these same spaces, in some spaces that were maybe traumatic, I have this beautiful and tremendous opportunity to teach in these spaces through my art, and I get to transform some of these spaces into public art and like public galleries on a very large scale. Art evokes such powerful feelings that I didn't realize before, being so immersed in it and it being a part of who I am and what I do. You know, I didn't realize how impactful art was before, you know, I became a full-time artist. Again, you know, one of my big messages and what I hope to convey through my art is the message of love and connectivity and togetherness. And I want to do that everywhere as far as I can. The biggest takeaway I hope for students, I hope they feel more seen than they did before. I hope that they feel more connected to themselves. You know, I think that we can't really connect with anyone else if we're not connected to ourselves. Hardships that we all go through in life. After working with me and painting something beautiful and colorful and vibrant and meaningful, I hope that people feel more connected and closer and more in love with themselves. So that way, you know, we can spread that. We can then share it. You know what I mean? After we're done sharing it and feeling it and understanding the value and connectivity within ourselves, that then gets spread like wildfire to everyone. And it feels good and we feel light and we feel, you know, more at ease, and where we understand that our peace is closer than we think it is. You know, win the day, win the moment. And, you know, one of the things I always say is like one beautiful moment at a time. You know, that's what I hope that people come out of it with after painting with me, is that they just created a really beautiful moment that they'll remember for a long time and that they can return to. I think it's important for youth and students to know that it is never too early to dive into your vulnerability. And this is something that I wish I knew super early on in my youth, is that being vulnerable is okay. It's not a weakness, it is a superpower. You know, my feelings are important and I need to tend to them. You know, I need to figure out like what feels good for me and what is healthy, right? Good and healthy, because sometimes what feels good is not always healthy, and understand the difference between those two things. If I can positively impact at least one person through a piece I did, then I won.
Thank you to everyone who shared their personal experiences and perspectives on resilience. We're excited to begin working with Ray Fraser in the near future and to continue our partnership with Bring on the Spectrum and the Albany Housing Coalition. You might be wondering, why are we doing this, or how does it connect to me? You'll have the chance to explore that question for yourself through a short classroom activity. Your teacher will guide you through a 10-minute activity. Please give them your full attention and participate respectfully. This experience is meant to help you reflect, connect, and better understand what resilience can look like in your own life.